Hello, hola, namaste, jambo, salam alaikum, konnichiwa, ni hao. Um, Welcome to my YouTube channel, Miss Anne on the Trends, and I'm so glad to be here today. Thank you so much for clicking and deciding to watch my video. I don't take you for granted. And this video is meant for entertainment purpose only. So let's see what is happening in America.
This disgusting human being, and I would never want to enter into that territory, and I think it's on the verge of a civil war, so no, it's too political, and I don't want to die in the war.
Probably not. Pretty dicey over there right now, so the fella who's running the country, just don't agree with anything that he's doing, and he's just a terrible person.
Absolutely not. Look, there's been many times that I'm just put off with what's going on in America with the ICE, particularly.
Certain parts of it, yeah, I'd be open to. I've been there the last few years, and politics have come up, it does get a bit awkward, but I'm not there yet where I wouldn't not go.
In Europe, nobody understands what is going on in America. No, we don't understand what Trump does. We think it's totally ridiculous.
It's a bit strange.
In our eyes, as we see it, that a criminal can run for president. That's totally out of order,
I think Americans are very siloed. They think that the world surrounds them. Most of them don't even leave their state. So they're a bit ignorant. They're totally ignorant.
Question for people in other countries. Do you want to visit us anymore?
Hey, I'm American here. So, born in LA, lived in New York, but I haven't lived in the US for about 15 years. I lived in Shanghai, Seoul, and now I'm currently in Melbourne, Australia. Now, to answer your question, let's get rid of the obvious stuff like gun violence and lack of affordable health care and politicians on both sides that really don't care about the people they're supposed to serve. So these are my 3 reasons why I would not visit, let alone move back to the United States. Number 1, the fuck am I supposed to talk to anybody about? Americans are so myopic and in their own little bubble that it's hard to have a cosmopolitan conversation with most of them. And if I was to talk about America not being the center of the world, it would blow their minds and probably cause a fight. Number 2, the food. Every time I go back, I feel so bloated and gassy and sick. And that's because the food there is so processed and full of sugar and just terrible for you. Many countries around the world won't even allow American food to be imported because it is so bad. So why am I going to waste my time and my health dining out at a California pizza kitchen? And number 3, it's also vanilla, boring, and the same. With the exception of San Francisco, New Orleans, and New York, it's pretty much any town USA. It's the same strip malls, the same fast food joints, and the same suburban households spread out as far as the eye can see. There's plenty of more interesting places around the world that I'd much rather visit that are more cosmopolitan, have better food, and I'm not going to get shot.
So, what the Americans or the Europeans or those people who are previously probably were living in America and also those people who would have wished to go to America are saying now America is no longer the country of opportunities, no longer the land of opportunities. It is no longer a free country. It is no longer fun to be in America. The people are saying that the politics are bad in America. Food is bad, healthcare is bad, and we have people having to look over their shoulders in the streets, and they are worried if they will be the next ICE victim or they will be shot by the gangs who are roaming over the streets in the streets of major cities in America, and some of the Americans are even asking people to boycott the FIFA World Cup, and also people are being asked from various countries whether they would visit America again, and they're saying no, because America is no longer a great country as it was before. America is no longer the best country to be in. I have grown knowing that America is the land of opportunities. America is the land where people go for to seek asylum. When people face trouble in their countries, they run to America. People, when they are fleeing their countries, they run to America. That is what I've grown knowing. And also one day I hope to go to America and maybe achieve my dream in the land of opportunity. But this has greatly changed of late, and it changes the whole thing all around. And I don't know which other country are we gonna call great again. Which other country are we gonna run to? Now, these are the countries whose citizens have been dreaming to go and seek greener pastures in America, have now to make sure that their people are catered for in their own countries. For example, I come from Kenya, and the majority of Kenyans cherish the opportunities to be in America. So what can we do in our countries to make sure that we are doing better in our country, and we are no longer coming or seeking or the opportunity to be in America as the situations in America are worsening? Let us continue watching and see the views of the Americans and people outside America, and see what is happening to our once land of freedom and opportunity, to our once land of democracy.
Because of your accent. I did? You have an accent too. Where were you born, sir? What were you born at?
Ramon Panera was detained by U.S. Border Patrol agents outside his home in a Minneapolis suburb after an agent questioned whether he was a citizen because of his accent.
I'm from this country. You know what, sir? Now talking to you, hearing that you have an accent, I have reason to believe that you are not born of this country. What country are you from?
According to Panera, agents took a photo of him and searched a system that indicated he's been a U.S. citizen since 2019. They also checked his U.S. passport card, which he keeps in his wallet before letting him go. Panera, who was born in Mexico and obtained a U.S. passport in 2021, was detained in front of his 5-year-old daughter.
Well, she was shaking when I got in the home, and she was like, "Are you okay? Like, we're gonna stay here. I don't want to leave you." And I'm like, "You're not gonna leave." Even though I'm a citizen, I'm still feel afraid, because they don't care if you're a citizen or not. And especially because I know I have a really strong accent speaking English. I know I can be a target, because that's when who are being targeted, just because our foreigners and because of our accent. Target, because that's
Oh, it's so worrying. Can you imagine being targeted just because you have a strong accent? And it's so difficult to survive in America at the moment. And as you can see, this young man being harassed, yet he has been a citizen since 2019 in front of his daughter. It's so devastating. It's so it's so diabolical. The man is even worried. How will he gonna continue living in America, knowing that he has been once a target and he can be targeted any other time? So America, what's happening?
Why would anybody outside the U.S. visit the U.S. right now? The risks so outweigh any reason to go to the States, in my opinion. There's a woman that I worked with briefly in my 20s who was one of the first Canadians to end up in ICE detention. She was in there for fucking 2 weeks, getting shuffled around the country. That that scared the hell out of a lot of people in Canada. And with roving gangs of Gestapo like wandering around major cities, why would anybody go? The chances of getting scooped up, they're low. Yeah, they are. But a non-zero chance of ending up in ICE detention, which it's not like ending up in a county jail. These are concentration camps. They're a concentration of undesirables. That is a concentration camp. And people are dying in there. Canadians have died. Other people have died. So what could be worth it about the United States to risk getting scooped up? I have thought about it. There was a few months ago where I was going to go visit some friends in Florida, and man, did I really go over it in my head. I would have to bring a burner phone. I would have to have a lawyer's name and number written on my arm, an immigration lawyer, and the only thing that was making me think like, okay, yeah, this could be okay, is because I live in Toronto, and U.S. Customs is on this side, and so I could withdraw if I wanted to. But being down there, I'd be so stressed out, just constantly, like looking over my shoulder. You know, luckily I'm very white. I'm like a stuck pig. I'm so white. So anybody, not just people of color, but like white people, like the woman I know, she's white. She's a tall, white, beautiful woman who got scooped up. It could happen to any of us. So why would anybody risk it? Risk our freedoms to go visit a country that is in total disarray right now. The tourism losses that the United States are suffering right now, they are very well deserved. They're not giving us any reason to go down there.
Are you United States citizen, sir?
I don't wish to answer any questions.
You don't wish to answer any questions? Sir, you answered, you'll be on your way. I just need to be satisfied that you're a United States citizen and you'll be free to go.
We're not here to harm anybody. We'd just like to be on our way.
It's a simple question. Are you all United States citizens?
Do you have a reason to believe I'm not?
Are you?
Do you have a reason to believe I'm not?
I'm just asking a question. Are you all United
That's my answer. Do you have a reason to believe I'm not a citizen?
I have the question everybody.
I understand. It's their right to answer questions or not. I'm just like to investigate.
Everybody answer the questions here. You know, it's 100% inspection. Right now you're being seized until you're satisfied.
I understand.
My immigration question that you are here, United States citizens, you're free to go.
I've answered your question. I don't wish to participate in your investigation.
It's not if you participate or not. Are you a United States citizen or not?
What reason do you have to believe I'm not? That's what, you know, you guys are good about quoting the law, but that's what the law says. You have to believe I'm not a citizen in order to question it.
Sir, everybody.
Good news! Tourists who would like to visit the United States, the land of the free, would now need to submit their past 5 years of social media history under a new proposal. But perchance you didn't know, this is only one of the requirements. You may also need to submit your past 5 years of all of your phone records, all of your previous email addresses, information about your closest relatives, and even your DNA. So please, come and visit the most free country on this planet Earth. I desire you to do so, actually. I implore you to do so. Please come and visit. And for anyone who thinks this is a good thing, remember, whatever you allow your country to do to others, they will inevitably end up doing the same thing back to you.
If you plan on boycotting the World Cup coming to the United States, I want to know where you're from and why. Because if I was you, the biggest reason would be ICE. Our enforcement of immigration is acting more like a secret police force, and it is absolutely terrifying to come here as somebody who does not live in this country. It's terrifying just to be a citizen, so I can only imagine coming from another country. So where are you from, and are you boycotting the United States? ICE and their policies, detaining you, locking you up, that would be my biggest concern. What is yours?
Question for people in other countries. Do you want to visit us anymore? Like, are we even...
The Australian government puts out warning advisories about travelling to America. It talks about not going to America if you are female or LGBTQ or if you have say gay background, if you happen to be open-minded. be, anything other than a cis-white het male. It talks about the fact that drugs that are very legal in virtually every other country on the planet will not be legal in America, and to be mindful of that.
And that we should look down upon, or at least feel sorry for, people who do not live in the U.S. And suffice it to say, it's been quite a shock to learn that none of that is true.
America is not what it once was. I've got some bad news for people who don't travel internationally. The world hates us. Okay? We're not the big dog, we don't have the clout that we once had. We're not even statistically on top of anything, education or anything anymore. And I've traveled a lot internationally over COVID, obviously I stopped. And there's always been an underlying tone that America is dangerous. But, we run Hollywood, so a lot of the media that is consumed by people in other countries is still American. However, I'm on my first international trip since COVID, and it has gotten worse. I've heard from every nationality that America is dangerous, but I arrived in Indonesia, which is a country that, a lot of people aim to get out of and go to America. And the first thing that my taxi driver says to me is that he's afraid of America because of all the poppy seeds that we're taking and all the jazz habits that people are using. And he's convinced that people are walking around the US like zombies. Because that's what's on the internet, that's what these people are seeing. And I think it's a really big lesson if you are sheltered and are not leaving the US. We don't got it. We don't got it. People don't want to live in America. People aren't eager to live in America. When I was in Europe, a lot of the kids said their parents wouldn't let them go to America because they were afraid they were going to get popped by the police. Those are the fears. The only fear that Americans have when their children travel overseas is that they're going to be in the movie Taken, which is a very small possibility. And they just use that as a fear. I don't even, that's not really even a founded fear. People aren't taking Americans when you go, because think of a hell case they would raise some little white girl in this thing. That's not what's happening. But what is happening is other people from other nations are going to America and bad things are happening to them. So, just a reminder, we ain't shit.
Yeah, quick question. Are Americans finally starting to realize that their country is ass on almost every measurable level? Education? Hell no. Healthcare? No. Technology? Fuck no. Unity? Hell no. Quality of life? Healthcare? Fuck no. No. The answer is no. No advantages, no superiority on any of the aforementioned entities or anything that would constitute an actual society that stood above the rest of every other society.
Oh no, China, Russia, and Iran would have hurt us because of our freedom and quality of life. Yeah, right, bro. Our fucking skies are poisoned, our food are poisoned, we're fucking taxed and worked to death, we're surveilled and fucking tracked on every fucking thing we do. We're losing more freedom of speech daily as I speak now. Second Amendment rights are going to be going away soon. Again, every fucking thing. Dude, we're not all that and a bag of chips. And people are starting to realize that. If you talk to people from other countries, they fucking know. They know. They're laughing at us. Because we still stand or sit on that high horse like we're above everyone. We're on a fucking slave planet. And we're part of that slave planet. Matter of fact, we're leading the charge.
If you're planning on moving to the United States from another country, don't. But it's the land of opportunity. Why wouldn't we move there? First of all, we're probably going to start you off at $7.55 an hour, which is crap. Rent is going anywhere between $800 and $2,200 for a one-bedroom apartment in this country. There's no socialized health care. You're not going to find that anywhere here, so good luck with that one. And don't get me started on the price of groceries. You're barely going to be able to afford those without SNAP benefits. Well, at least it's a democracy where we can vote our leaders in. Good luck with that one. The popular vote don't count. It's all about electoral votes. The only thing reasonably priced in this country is gasoline, and considering the rest of the countries are paying by the liter, paying by the gallon isn't that bad. And no matter what you want to buy, it's usually financed, so it's either credit cards or you're going to have a mortgage or a lease or a loan or whatever, but you're going to be paying interest rates. The only opportunity you have here is to be a good worker bee, so good luck, slave.
So what is happening is that even the white people themselves are not safe in their own country because, as you can see, this Canadian is talking about a white woman who was harassed for and detained for over 2 weeks by the ICE, by the immigration officers in the US. And if that's happening to the so-called white people, what about those people of color like us? So are our dreams shattered? Because we have always dreamed to go to America, and because it's a land of opportunities, freedom, and democracy. We have admired Americans from our countries. We have admired the great. America has been staged as this great country for so long, and now all that is crashing. And what do you think are the repercussions of all this? Comment in the comment section down below, and let's have a discussion of what is really happening in America. So, in my conclusion, America is no longer great. I think I wanna be successful in my own country, and we no longer want to visit America. If this is the same feeling you have, comment in the comment section. If you are an American, you can come to our country. Bring the opportunities here instead by bringing investments, by relocating even the companies there to our countries. We have great manpower, we are hardworking, and we have very vast lands that people are ready to sell for settlement, for even here the resources good, food is good, organic and fresh from the farm, and we are blessed to be in Mama Africa in Kenya, and you will enjoy the safaris, you will enjoy a lot of stuff, the coasts, the mountains, a wide range of weather. Right now it's a rainy season. We don't experience the four seasons. We usually experience only a rainy season and a dry season because we are at the equator. Because actually, the equator cuts our country into two, and so we enjoy good weather. And you'll not ever be freezing cold, although right now it's a bit cold, but not that cold. You can survive. It can never be freezing. Most of the times the worst it can be, maybe it will be at 10 degrees, which is warm enough compared to some states in America where it can be negatives. And very hot, maybe some states in America like California, to a point where there are wildfires. It's rare for us to experience disasters here. As long as you are peaceful with the people, we are very welcoming, accommodating, and we love people from America because we believe the dollar is good. Having said that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm a newbie, and so I'm learning also to do this stuff, and support me by liking the video. Bye. See you in the next one.